A week ago I posted a video on this mousetrap. It's called the rolling log mousetrap. It's simply just a cylinder with a metal rod that fits on the top of a 5-gallon bucket, and when the mice come on to get peanut butter or bait, they roll and fall into the bottom of the bucket. Now that first trap I had in this bucket, it's only 12 inches tall, but it had water in there, and I caught 11 mice in one night with that trap. Simply the best mousetrap that I've ever tested, so effective at catching lots of mice. And that video went viral. In a week it got over 1 million views, and I get so many comments on this mousetrap. I bought this on eBay. A seller had a number of them, and it was $7. I put the link in eBay, and basically that seller sold out instantly. Over 1,000 units. They couldn't keep up with shipping. So I don't know if they're going to relist it, if they have any more, or if they completely sold out all of their inventory. But so many of you that watched the video bought that mousetrap, and it might be hard to get now. The number of comments I get on this mousetrap video are incredible. Over 1,000 comments a day in some cases. And the vast majority of them are people that are upset that I put water in there and that they drowned. They said, why can't you just make this a live animal trap where you don't put water, the mice fall down, and then you release them? And in this video, I'm going to show you why that's not a good idea. Now this is only a 12-inch bucket, and with the water in there, that worked just fine. But mice can jump much higher than 12 inches. So if I didn't have water in here, they would come, fall into the bucket, and jump right out, and there wouldn't be any mice in here. So I'm going to test this out with a 19-inch bucket. This is taller than a standard 5-gallon bucket, and the mice cannot jump out of this. I also get a lot of questions about, is this suitable for catching rats? Now this barn has mice in it, but it also has a lot of rats. I'm going to test it out and see if a rat actually falls in it. My suspicion is that a rat will not get caught with this rolling log mousetrap because they can keep their feet and their tail on the side of the bucket. So let's go set this mousetrap up in the barn with the tall bucket and see, first of all, if we can catch any rats, and if not, if we can catch any mice. Can they jump out of this bucket? And what happens when they're confined in a bucket all night long? So let's go set this up with motion cameras and try to catch some animals. This morning I went out to check our rolling log bucket mousetrap. All the peanut butter has been cleaned off of the rolling log, and technically there's 2 mice in the bottom of this bucket. I say technically because one is very fat and happy, looks just fine, and the other has absolutely been torn to pieces and murdered. That's really disgusting what's happened to this mouse, and the culprit is the other mouse. For me, this clearly answers the question, is it more humane to put water in this trap bucket and have them quickly drowned, or is it better to not put water in there and put mice in a confined area? It's more cruel to me to put mice in a confined area and have them tear each other to pieces. Now I'll show you just how torn up this mouse is. It looks like this mouse pulled out its eye and ate down to the brain, and also pulled out all of its intestines. It completely disemboweled it. Very cruel and disgusting. But we're going to let this mouse go, even though he's a murderer. I'm going to show you on the first original 12-inch bucket how easily this mouse can jump out. So I'm going to put him in the 12-inch bucket without water, and he'll jump right out. You need a bucket with about 19 inches to keep them from jumping out. They were not able to get out of this one, and they are good jumpers though. I think they could get out of a standard 5-gallon bucket. You need something taller. So let's look at how high this mouse can jump, and look at this murdered mouse and how vicious mice can be to each other. So here we go. We'll put that mouse in the short bucket and watch him jump out. Man, oh man, are mice cruel to each other. That first mouse completely chewed through the back of this mouse and disemboweled it. You can see pieces of intestines just hanging right here. It also ate the eyeball completely out of the head. You can almost see the brain socket right there. It just started chewing on that face and popped that eyeball right out and ate it. A lot of people make comments on my videos about how cruel I am for killing the mice, but a quick, clean kill is by far the best way in my opinion. Letting them chew each other to pieces. People need to realize nature is not like Mickey Mouse in Disneyland. It is cruel, it is vicious, it is not a good thing to be a mouse because everything's trying to eat you and they chew each other to pieces. Very sad.